All right, and welcome back to SMAT, guys. Today's session is a very interesting session. It's a couple of minutes to learn the entire TCS, tax collected at source. What it is, how is it collected, are there any shortcuts? Yes, lots of that in store. 4 marks in the last CA Inter exam of November 2019 was TCS. So this could be a small chapter, but could have a lot of marks, especially with the new changes in the TCS law. So in the next couple of minutes, you're going to master TCS with me right here on SMAT. So what is TCS exactly, guys? Tax collected at source is under section 206C. C is for collection. Guys, tax collection at source. First, let me tell you what is TCS. When you go for a dinner, guys, when you go for a nice dinner, let's say it's Friday night and you go for a nice dinner and your bill is 1000 rupees. Can you pay by debit card, credit card, Paytm, MobiKwik, etc.? You have different ways to pay. Same way with your tax also. Your tax is 1000 rupees and you have different ways to pay it. One of that is TDS, one of that is advanced tax, one of that is TCS, and one of that is self-assessment tax. Self-assessment tax is seen in the chapter called return of income. TDS is seen in the chapter called TDS. Advanced tax we've already seen. I'm just discussing quickly what is this TCS or tax collected at source. So is it a different tax? No, it's a part of your main tax. It's not a different tax. Whatever you're paying, you can take a credit off or from your main tax. Don't worry about it. TCS, the focus is on the seller. Guys, for TCS, the key word that you need to remember is the seller. The focus is on the seller. And when the seller is collecting money from you, so he collects money from you, you are the buyer here. And when he's collecting money from you, he will collect the price of the goods plus a certain amount of TCS, and he will pay that TCS to the government. And he will pay that TCS to the government. So he collects the price of the goods, he collects the TCS, and he pays the TCS to the government. Let's take, for example, a car. I'll tell you all the goods on one TCS are applicable, but let's take, for example, a car. Guys, let's say you bought a car worth 20 lakh rupees from a company like Hyundai. Now, Hyundai will charge you 20 lakh rupees. Plus, they will also charge a small amount, let's say 1% of that 20 lakh. That is 20,000 rupees. They will keep the 20 lakh with them because, of course, the car is sold by them, but the 20,000 they will pay ahead to the government. So under your PAN, they will pay 20,000 to the government. That is tax collected at source. Now you've already paid 20,000. At the end of the year, let's say you have to pay 10 lakh 20,000 rupees tax to the government. You've done your calculation, you figured your GTI, you've done your calculation of tax, and you have to pay 10 lakh 20. Out of that, you will not pay 20 because you've already paid that in TCS. So you'll take a credit of 20. So TCS is not a different tax, it's the same tax collected by the seller from you and then paid to the government. It works on similar lines like TDS. Perfect. Now let's see. Now let's see what are the products on which there is TCS applicable. Guys, a shortcut for that is a small shortcut. Alcoholic car, scrapped mineral. Basically, when you drink and you drive, alcoholic car, when you drink and you drive, you can scrap it, you can meet with an accident. So the mineral or the metal will be scrapped. So alcoholic car, scrapped mineral. If the seller is selling alcohol to you, or he's selling a car to you, or he's selling scrap to you, or he's selling minerals like coal, lignite, and iron ore, only these three, then he will have to collect the price plus he will collect TCS at the rate of 1%. That percentage is the TCS. If he's selling alcoholic car, scrap, mineral. Next, if he's selling a parking lot or a toll, or so basically he sells you a parking lot. Of course, he doesn't sell you. He gives you the license to collect parking charges or to collect toll. Then in that case, he will collect the license fee plus 2%. Next, if someone is selling you timber plus any other forest produce, timber basically means wood, then he will collect the price plus 2.5%. So guys, we are increasing in the order. So first 1%, alcoholic cars, scrap mineral, then 2%, then 2.5%, and then tendu leaves. Tendu leaves are the one which are used in making BDs, guys. The cigarettes, the BDs. The BDs use tendu leaves. So in that case, it is the price plus 5%. So alcoholic cars, scrap minerals, 1%, then 2.2% on a parking lot, toll plazas, etc. And timber forest is 2.5%, and Tendu leaves is 5%. This is how what you have to remember. This is the TCS. The seller will collect it from you. So when you pay, you will pay that plus TCS and will pay to the government, will pay to the government. Okay. So that is on what it is. We've just seen what is TCS and on what are the products on which TCS is applicable. We've just seen that. Now, once it's collected, they have to pay to the government by the 7th of the next month. By the 7th of the next month, they will pay to the government. So when if they collected it, let's say for the month of June this month, then they will have to pay to the government by the 7th of July. And if they don't pay, if they don't collect, or if they collect and they don't pay, there is an interest of 1% per month or part of the month, just like TDS. But of course, guys, there are some people from whom TCS is not collected. If the buyer, guys, if the buyer is a government or a government company or an embassy, then why collect TCS? Because anyways, it's from the government they're collecting and paying to the government. So no TCS in certain cases. When the buyer is the government or a public sector company or an embassy or consulate, then no TCS. So thankfully, you will collect the price, but no TCS when it's the government, public sector company or embassy. Also, no TCS when you're using things for production or manufacturing. So if I'm buying alcohol not to consume or not to sell it ahead, but I'm buying alcohol to use it in my factory, then, or if I'm buying this forest produce or timber to use it in my factory, then there is no TCS. So no TCS if it's the government, public sector company, embassies, and no TCS when it's for production and manufacturing. Perfect. So they collect the TCS and they pay it ahead. It's a very, very simple mechanism. By when do they need to pay it? What is the timing? Either the money when it is collected or the account when it is debited. So guys, when you sell a car, it is sales to the person, sales account debit to that person. So when that transaction, sorry, that person account debit to sales. So when that person's account is debited that day, or when the amount is collected, whichever is earlier, guys, whichever is earlier, that will be the date of collection. Example, the car was sold on 31st May. So the account was debited on 31st May, but the collection happened today on 4th of June. Then which date will be considered? So 31st May will be considered, whichever is earlier. So you have to pay by 7th June to the government. So what is TCS? It's not a different tax. It's a part of your main tax. You can take a credit of it. What are the products? Alcoholic car, scrap mineral, parking lot, toll plaza, 2%, timber 2.5%, and Dendu leaves 5%. That's the rate, and those are the products. The amount has to be collected and paid by the 7th of the next month, else 1% penalty, 1% interest, 1% per month or part of the month. No TCS when it's for production or manufacturing. No TCS when it's government, public sector company, embassies, consulates, etc. It should be supposed to be collected or debited, whichever is earlier. That will be the time of TCS. That is the time which you will consider, and next month you have to pay to the government. Perfect. Guys, this is section 206C. 206C. The government introduced a couple of new changes to it. I'll tell you the new changes one by one, guys. First, 2 years back, they introduced section 206(1)(f). F was a fancy car. Guys, F was a fancy car. That's a shortcut. So if you buy a fancy car, and fancy car means something which is more than 10 lakhs. If you buy a fancy car, that is something which is more than 10 lakh rupees, then there will be a TCS of 1%. We've already covered it in the list above, but I'm just telling you when it was introduced and what the section is. 206(1)(f) is a fancy car. That's the shortcut. More than 10 lakhs, 1% will be collected. But this will not be collected from distributors. If Hyundai is selling it to a distributor, that will not be collected. But when the distributor sells it to you, it will be collected because the government wants to know who is the person buying these fancy cars. So fancy cars more than 10%, 10 lakh rupees. It does not have to be a luxury car. Any car, guys, more than 10 lakh rupees will be collected. 1% TCS will be collected when it's sold to the final consumer. No collection of TCS if sold to the government, embassy, council, etc. You know the drill. Next, very, very recently, guys, two changes happened. Let's look at the changes. 206(1)(h). High value transaction. The shortcut is H is high value transactions. For high value transaction, what does the government say? The government says that if you're a seller, because of course the entire provision of TCS is on the seller, the government says that if you're a seller whose value of transaction is high, high means more than 10 crore in the year before the financial year. So we're in financial year 2021, your exam will be financial year 2021. So in the year 1920, if the seller's turnover has been more than 10 crores, that means is it high? Yes, it is high. and he is selling goods to a buyer. He's selling goods to a buyer, and the buyer has bought goods from this seller more than purchase of more than 50 lakh rupees, excluding export. So there is a seller who's selling goods to a particular buyer, and the buyer has bought worth more than 50 lakh rupees, excluding export. Export hata do, excluding that, if it's more than 50 lakh rupees, then on the excess above 50 lakh, then on the excess above 50 lakh, there is a TCS of 0.1%. Just a very small amount, because the government wants to know who is buying such large quantities from the seller. So the seller above 50 lakh rupees will collect, not on the entire thing. It's the exception, guys. Above 50 lakh will collect 1% and he will pay to the government. That 0.1% that he's collected will be paid to the government. So what are the new things? Fancy car and high value transaction. These are new things. On everything till now, what you've studied, guys, on the entire value TCS collected, but only in high value transactions, only about 50 lakhs, 0.1%. And then, guys, COVID happened. So the government decided to give a discount of 25%. You've also seen that in TDS. You'll also see it here. So till now, whatever we've seen, alcoholic cars, scrap mineral, toll plaza, parking lot, tendu, timber, fancy car, high value transaction, on everything, there is now a TCS discount as well. I call it the COVID discount. You can think of it as anything else, and that is 25%. So whatever the rate was, let's say on cars it was 1%, it's become 0.75. On a high value transaction, it was 0.1%. Now it becomes 0.075%. So don't worry, don't remember both the rates. Take the rate and minus it by 25%. That is your new discounted rate for TCS if TCS exam comes in the exam question. And next, guys, quickly let's go to the last important thing that the government used. And I have a feeling this will be there in your exam for sure. They said 2061G. And by the way, guys, that 50 lakh rupees, that transaction has to be after 1st of October. The government introduced that legislation on the 1st of October. So only after 1st of October, you have to count the value, that sale value, to one buyer more than 50 lakh rupees from 1st of October 2020. Next, the government says 201G. 201G, the government said that if you're sending money abroad and you're buying foreign exchange, guys, many times you have to send money abroad when you're going for travel and tour and travel, when you're going for education, or just generally you have to send money abroad. So the person who's selling you foreign currency is called an authorized dealer. He's the seller. What is he selling you? He's selling you dollars, pounds, etc. You pay him Indian rupees and he gives you dollars, etc. Basically, he's the seller. So he has to collect the price plus 5% TCS. And that's a huge amount, guys. 5% TCS only above 7 lakh rupees. Again, I repeat, you are sending money abroad. Yes, you're sending money abroad. So can you send Indian rupees? Of course, Indian rupees you can't send abroad. So you will convert the money. When you convert the money, the person who sells you the foreign exchange, he has to collect the price plus 5% TCS only if the amount is more than 7 lakhs. On that excess amount above 7 lakhs, he has to collect 5% TCS. So this is the buyer of foreign exchange. This is the seller of foreign exchange. He will collect 5% and he will pay to the government only if the above amount is more than 7 lakh rupees. So above 7 lakh, 5%. But there are two exceptions to it. Exception number one. If you're going for a foreign tour, not for medical purposes, you're not sending it for other purposes, but you're sending it for tourism purposes, then the government says you don't need a 7 lakh limit. So there is no limit there. There is no limit there. And TCS will be collected at the rate of 5% from zero upwards. That means no limit. So even if you send 2 lakh rupees for a foreign tour, on that 2 lakh, 5% will be collected. And second exception, that if you're sending the money for education and it is from an education loan. So let's say in India, you've taken an education loan from an approved institution, like a bank, financial institution. And using that education loan, you're sending money abroad, the government feels bad. They said that for students, you don't want to take such a huge TCS. So the TCS here will only be again above 7 lakhs, but it will be only at the rate of 0.5%. So there are two exceptions. For tour and tourism, they have no given or no limit, so that 7 lakh is removed because you're going for a holiday. You can afford to pay TCS. But for education, the 7 lakh limit is still there and only 0.5% because they understand students say, how can you collect such a high TCS? Guys, this is section 2061G, again introduced only and only for your year. That's the first year of this, and hence I feel a question on this can be definitely asked in the exam. Quickly revise TCS and then do examination question, guys. TCS section 206C. TCS is collected by the seller. The main word is the seller. The seller collects it from the buyer and pays it to the government by the 7th of the next month. If he doesn't pay it, then 1%. If he collects it, then doesn't pay it, again 1% interest per month or part of the month. No TCS if it's used for manufacturing processes. No TCS if it's a government, public sector company, etc. Embassy, etc. Also, alcoholic cars, scrap, mineral, that one, 1%, parking lot, etc. 2%, timber, 2.5%, Tendu leaves 5%, and cars is luxury cars, 3061F, that is fancy cars, only if it's sold to the consumer, not sold to the distributor. And next, guys, 2061H, high value transactions. And high value transaction means the person who's selling it, his turnover in the last year, not the previous year, the year before that should be more than 10 crores. And the person whom selling to in the year after 1st of October, his purchases from that person should be more than 50 lakhs. So 0.1%. On all these, there is a discount of 25%, except on the next one, that is 2061G. There is no discount on 201G. If you're sending money abroad from a authorized dealer, then he will collect TCS at the rate of 5% on the amount above 7 lakhs. For tourism, the amount is not there. The limit of 7 lakhs is not there. And for students, it's only 0.5% if it's above 7 lakh, provided it's from an education loan. Let's look at an examination question right away. Let's look at an examination question right away. Guys, this is a 4-mark question. What are the clarifications given by CBDT with respect to section 20C1F relating to the following issues? Whether TCS on sale of motor vehicle is applicable only to luxury cars. It is applicable on every car above 10 lakhs. So luxury car has not been defined. Every car above 10 lakhs. Whether TCS is applicable on each sale or aggregate sale of motor vehicle exceeding 10 lakhs. Each sale, guys. Every time a person buys it, there will be a TCS of 1% because the government wants to know who's buying these fancy cars. Whether TCS is applicable in case of individual, it's applicable in any purchase, anyone who's purchasing it except the government, of course. Whether TCS on sale of motor vehicle is at retail level or also at the manufacturer distributor, only at the retail level. When manufacturer sells it to the retailer sells it to the consumer, only when it's sold to the consumer, that transaction TCS is applicable. That is 4 marks, guys. And another one, just 1 second. There was another one. I just want to open that sheet as well. Just 1 second. In that case also there was a hidden question. I just want to point out that hidden question. Perfect. Just opening up to that sheet. Just 1 second, guys. All right, opening up to the sheet which has a hidden question, but I can't see that sheet. Yes, here it is. Perfect. Guys, this is a question in Jan 2020 question, this year Jan exam. They said, if you look at the 4th point here, this is a normal PGBP question. They said his firm has purchased timber under a forest lease. Guys, when you purchase timber, of course, it's a business expenditure for you. He's into manufacturing of furniture, as you can see on the first line. So he's manufacturing furniture, and for furniture you need wood. So you're basically buying timber. But on timber, guys, he's bought timber worth 20 lakh rupees. Please remember, on timber there is 2.5%. So on 20 lakh, 2.5% TCS, that is 50,000, has been collected and paid. So now you're not going to pay that 50,000 tax. You'll take a credit of that. That is one thing. Also ahead, if you see in this same sum ahead, if you see that he's bought a car. Mr. Krishna purchased a new car of 12 lakh. Again, this is a hidden adjustment side. So TCS can be hidden adjustments here also on 12 lakh rupees. 1%, that is 12,000, has been collected and paid TCS. So that 50,000 and this 12,000 are hidden TCS for which you should take a credit. All right. Guys, so this was TCS. TCS is very important because 2 new changes of high value transaction under 1G have introduced. So MCQ perspective or a big question perspective, 2 to 4 marks can definitely be expected from this. All the best.